Well, today's the day. I'm going to take that box right off the truck and put a different one on. Got to remove the cattle rack and the headache rack and a few other things. That layer of checker plate aluminum in the back, a 3/8 checker plate. I put that in there to haul firewood because the box was caving right in. Then I got to take these fender flares off. That won't be a big deal. And looking under here, you can see where it's all rusty right across there. It was worrying the hell out of me. Probably could have lasted a little longer, but time to get going on it. But first, I gotta beef up this this boom. I made it to lift the fifth wheel hitch out of the back of the truck, but I don't know. I think I better fix it up. You can see the topping line's just wrapped around a cleat. I got another winch for that. Yeah, I'll do something here. Yeah, gotta make it a little tougher. Okay, there's the other box I'm gonna put on. It's not new or anything, and it's got a great big dent there, but it's not rusty. Yeah, and I'll put that aluminum in the bottom there. That'll stop it from denting up when I get firewood. I'll get the dent out later. I was going to get it out in the summer, but I didn't get around to it. Okay. Now, I don't trust this weld on top that's pulling up on it, so I'm going to put this shackle all underneath there, then it'll be pulling from under. It's a piece of drill steel 10 feet long. It's pretty skookum, but I gotta beef that up a little bit. There, that should work. Got some heavier blocks on there now. And then this winch, I found it in the dumpster and fixed it up a little bit. And there, when I'm doing a project, I like all my tools being these little kits, so I just bring out the kits I need to do the job and set them all up and then get going on it. So now I'll line this up with this block. This block has got 2 shivs in it, so it works like a fair lead, you see. So one's going to be lined, the topping line will be lined up for this winch, and the other winch for the main line is lined up there. Yeah, should all work out good. Yeah, there, that's lined up there. Okay, but you see how I anchored the line in there? It had an eye, so but the bolt's sticking out a little bit farther than the nut, so I gotta grind that off. So the winch will turn. Yeah. There, that works. Okay. Now I gotta deal with this crank, because there, you see it swinging around there, it'll hit the post. So I can either extend the shaft or bend the crank. So I think what I'll do is I'll bend the crank, because that's what I did with this one here. I just bent the crank so I could get past the post, and it works great. So I'll take it over to the blacksmith shop, and I don't have any heat, but I'll just pound on it and see what happens. Hope it doesn't break. Yeah, there it is. That looks pretty good. That'll get around the post. Then I'll have the topping line winch and the main line winch. Go ahead on the main line. Go ahead on the topping line. That should do it. try here. Hey, just perfect. Look at that. Holy moly. So I got some pretty skookum bolts going into the posts. Should hold. Yeah. That damn thing came down on my head one time. Knocked me out. There was blood all over the place. I had to go uptown and get stitched up. Don't want that to happen again. Now, you see what the other thing was wrong with that winch was the spring for the dog. So is that the right way or not? Seems like it, but we'll give it a try. That should do the trick. There. That's better. Maybe I'll even change that again someday. Maybe I'll put a strap of some kind right around there instead of shackles. Nope, I had it the wrong way. I had to hold the dog upwards, not downwards. There. And then I had some big chain link, so I put that on there with the other block on the topping line, so the block won't rub against the 2x4. And then the handle come cranking around there, and I went to grab it, and it hit my Apple Watch and busted it. Damn, that was a good watch too. But here we go. I got to get these bolts, take the aluminum out of here. Maybe I'll just grind the heads off. See, the insurance ran out. That's why I got started on this project. And I got a little helper. He's going to check things out. Okay. Let's grind the heads off. That didn't work. And put some vice grips on and undo it from underneath. Just like that. Nothing to it. They're not rusted yet. Not like the box bolts. They'll be rusted for sure. Yeah, so there's one right under the wheel well. Put the vice grips on a block of wood so the vice grips won't spin around. Yeah, that's going to work again here. Yeah, you keep an eye on things here. Make sure the vice grips don't fly off. Hey, that'll do it. Got it all loose now. Yeah, get that one out of here. It was more expensive than a sheet of iron, but it's not as heavy. Did the trick. So I'll put that back in the other box. Okay, now these bolts, gotta cut the heads off. Look, see that? Those ones came right through the floor. Heavy load of firewood in there. I guess that's what done it. Okay, that's a plank. And gotta take the gas cap out of here. The filler hose is hooked up with 3 little bolts. Okay. My helper's gonna get going on this. What you do is you cut an X across here, and that cuts through the washer. And then you can get the washer out from under there. And then once you get the washer out, you can get the blade underneath. Oh crap, is it going to snow? That'll screw everything up. Hell. Well, it is January, or December. There. That worked. Cut the heads off. But holy macro, that box liner has got some fumes to it. See that? You get the blade right under there after getting the washer out, and you cut the heads right off. No problem. You gotta be a little bit careful though with these thin cut blades. put any sidewards pressure on. There, that seems to be the trick. There's 8 bolts in this box. See, these blades are just flying apart. I just buy the cheap ones from the Canadian Tire. Okay, we'll undo these 3 bolts and push the gas line through. You can pull the gas cap right off of there. Push that in there. And then you put the gas cap back on so nothing gets in there while you're fiddle farting around with everything. Now I jacked up the box just so I could get my hands under there and remove the wiring. Apparently there was a quick connect, so I didn't have to remove the wiring, but well. Now, the box I don't think is too heavy, so I'm going to just use this 3/8 rope, hook it to each corner of the box here. And then I found this ring, so I'll hook the rope through that ring onto the hoist. And then it'll come up nice and evenly. And, you know, I think 4 people, 1 on each corner, can actually lift that box off. But we'll see. We'll crank it up here and see what happens. Got a block purchase happening. So far, so good.
There's something hooked up there, Paul.
Apparently some boxes got a ground strap. I didn't see any on this box.
There. Okay. You're good to go.
There. I worried about that for about a year, about changing the box on this truck. Now I'm getting going on it. Looking at some YouTube videos there. Fiddle farting around to do.
How ugly is everything? I guess I can get those bolts out now. Look at all this stuff.
So you have to go and get the bolts now?
Yeah. If it was summertime, I'd sand all that down and paint it with some undercoating, but this time of the year, it's not going to dry out, so I'll just have to...
Oh, look at this.
Layers of rust. Yeah. Oh, you're getting the driveway dirty. Okay.
Oh, this is just all rusted out here too.
Yeah,
You're gonna need new ones of those.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one's rusted right gone.
Yeah. But that's the bottom of the box. The new box is got
Oh, it's
good.
got-
It's in good shape.
Okay.
Okay. What's the back of the cab like? The corners here. I might scrape that down and put something on it. You know, because it's kind of ugly there. But someday I'm gonna have to deal with this.
You're gonna have to need to
Oh,
get
yeah,
rust spray.
yeah.
and
I keep
spray.
hoping for a dry day.
Oh, look at you just
Yeah.
rub the rust.
Yeah.
Okay, now, you see my log splitter broke down, so I took the engine off my pressure washer. So now I was going to put the engine back on the pressure washer, but I think I can just take the hydraulic pump off and put the water pump on and just leave the engine hooked up to my log splitter. We'll try that. Okay, there's a metric wrench there and get started. Oh, it's not metric. It's 7/16. Okay, got the pump on.
So what do you think?
Hey, we'll see how that goes.
The hose on here and the thing on there should work.
Okay, everything copacetic here. There. Got all the hoses hooked up. Turn on the water. There, now. I got no throttle on it though. It just runs wide open. But that's what I need. Just full steam ahead. We'll blast some of this crap right out of here. There, the old box, I took my saw and cut it all up into little pieces and took it down to the recycle dump and threw it in there. Okay, now to get the bolts are here. Got them on Amazon. So now I'll put the new box on. Oh, engine won't start. What the hell? Well, I guess I pressure washed it. I blasted the wire right off. Okay, we'll get that back together. All good. Okay. Now, crank this thing up in the air. I just did single line. I don't know if I can lift it up high enough now, but I'll give it a try. See, I'm an old-time logger, and there's newfangled stuff, lifting the box up and stuff and moving things around. There's a lot of old ways that still work good. And a boom and a winch and the blocks. That's all you need. They've been using that method for hundreds of years on the boats and whatnot, logging. It still works to this day. Okay. I don't know, is it high enough? It's gonna do the trick. It's gonna be not too pretty, but it's going to work okay. I predict. Can always camouflage it later. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Okay, now we'll hook up the gas filler hose. Ooh, kind of rusty. There, now have to add the tail back on that dragon. Yeah, that looks pretty good, eh? Okay, now we'll get these bolts into place here. I didn't have a, well, this is just a 3/8 wrench and the ratchet that just doesn't have enough oomph. It gets pretty tight. I wonder if that bolt is tapered or something, because it sure gets tight. So I didn't have an adapter, so I welded two little extensions that I had together, and let's see if that'll do the trick. Yeah, works great.
There, get it nice and tight. Okay. There. There, now got the headache rack and the cattle racks back on, and we're good to go. Got insurance back on the truck. Go get a load of firewood. Okay, now with this last 10 loads, that makes 40 out at the park.